Hello factory fans, in the last episode of our legendary factory series, we designed a legendary speed module farm to supply our Megabase ambitions. This episode, we fine-tune the factory to produce at a steady rate and take on the next big step, building a dedicated beacon production setup on Fulgora to meet the demands of our legendary factory. Alright, let's get into it. So we set up our speed module base last episode, but now it's time to fine-tune a lot of it. To start with, I'm going to take whatever legendary modules I'm getting from our Fulgora setup and load them into our speed module crafters. That's very important. And with the excess ones, maybe we should upgrade the blue circuit thing to finally produce some decent blue circuits. In terms of what this thing is spitting out, it's not a lot. The distribution of what it's producing, very interesting. So we're actually producing very few regular speed modules. We're producing more normal speed modules, uncommon speed modules than regular ones. The blue ones and the uncommon, like we're producing mostly blue and uncommon modules and not much regular ones. Decent amount of purple ones and a couple of legendary ones. Distribution is really weird. I would have expected most of it to be this. And I've removed all of the inserters that remove excess speed modules just for this specific reason, because I wanted to see the distribution of what I was producing. I'm going to keep monitoring the system to figure out why it's doing this, and then I'll come talk about it when I figure some stuff out. I have no idea when I accidentally did this, but apparently I have 17 legendary quality modules just sitting in these boxes for some reason. What is happening? When did I put the quality modules in these boxes? Did I do like a control click across here and just drop quality modules in random boxes? What the frick? I have so many legendary quality modules that I'm not even using in this system. What the hell? Oh man, I'm so stupid. I was like, why am I so short on modules when I did the calculation pretty precisely? And that's freaking why, because I did like, when I was inserting the modules manually, I was doing like control click. And I guess when you control click over a box, it drops the damn thing in and I didn't notice. Silly. But anyway, now that we have more quality modules, we can put them into vital places. Maybe like more high quality red circuits. Yeah, and here's another 50 epic quality ones. What the frick am I doing with my life? I don't even know. I think I've been playing Factorio too much and it's taken its toll on how careful I am when I'm doing things. It's just, yeah. Oh man, this is so silly. I've had all these modules this whole time and I'm not been using them anywhere. Definitely putting some epic ones on our plastic maker because we're not making enough good plastic. But we can pretty much remove all the blue quality modules everywhere. Holy crap, is this plate over here has just been not upcycling at all with no modules? A lot of bug fixing, a lot of monitoring to do. Make sure everything has good modules in them, especially the recyclers. The upcyclers, I should call them. Oh man, my tungsten carbide thing didn't have any modules at all. It was just deleting tungsten carbide. I really need some legendary quality modules in this as a priority. I feel like we're always short on good quality plastic. Alright, there's no more blue modules in the system. I can't see any off the top of my head. If we do Alt X, will it tell me? It doesn't tell you the quality modules, it only tells you the buildings. I freed up a few legendary quality modules for these two, because I think these two are more important to be legendary all the time. And why am I not producing enough petroleum? Because my heavy oil is too high. Did I not set this to be the correct amount of cracking? When this thing produces 112 heavy oil, this thing cracks 130. My heavy oil is in deficit because my light oil is full. No, my light oil is not full. Fluid storage is full. What do you mean fluid storage is full? Water shortage. What the frick? What have I done? Is this just too slow to keep up with it? Do you just need speed modules? There's not enough steam. There's not enough sulfuric acid. Alright, now I see what's happening. Alright, let's go investigate. Here's the issue. I didn't connect up the new sulfuric acid plant. I connected it from all the way back here, all the way up to here. I didn't tack it into the actual pipe. There you go. Now it's over throttled, which is fine. We can easily remedy that by putting any pump anywhere. Didn't I put a pump here? Wow, putting a pump here doesn't do anything. What if I put a pump here then? That seems to be okay. And now if we look at our pipes, it's all filling up. So we should be positive on sulfuric acid now. So I was just filling in this stuff. I realized I used the wrong concrete in my blueprint, and I should be using this concrete because I don't have stone bricks. I have concrete and reinforced concrete on this planet. Now, while that's doing all that, I can actually slowly deal with this excess of tungsten carbide here. This old machine that's been producing at normal quality module has produced quite a lot of random tungsten carbide, especially a lot of green ones. And I've just been adding more and more boxes. So I'm just going to take some and slowly feed it into this system so that it can upcycle them now that I have decent quality modules in here. So we're just going to be randomly doing these admin tasks and monitoring our system to see if everything's all good. Why do you have plastic in here? Oh my god, all of these boxes were requesting plastic. That's why I don't have any bloody plastic. Stop requesting plastic, please. Yeah, you can have your green plastic back. And you're requesting gears. Fantastic. All my logistics requests on all this stuff is wrong from my copying and pasting, so I gotta fix all that up. Like, why is my system inefficient? And the reason is because I'm the idiot. Now, my tungsten carbide isn't actually being upcycled because there is 2.3k in the box, and it is being upcycled. Why is the legendary tungsten carbide here being upcycled? What the heck? How is that possible? There's purple stuff being upcycled out as well. Hold on. Something's definitely wrong. Even blue stuff. Do we even have over the amount of blue stuff? 1.2k. This should only be dropped into the upcycler after 2k. So see, there's purple again. I saw a purple. Where is it coming from? Oh, the upcycler. The upcycler's hooked into the wrong spot. I'm an idiot. My god, it's been upcycling to legendary tungsten carbide and then deleting itself again. Fantastic. I'm so good at this. Holy crap, is there any other systems doing this? I need to check everything now. Because this is a copy and paste from somewhere, so if this is doing it, then who knows what else is doing it. Alright, lots of bug fixing to do. I'll be back when I find more bugs. Now that we have a surplus of green circuits and everything is sort of working fine, I think we can speed up this stuff a little bit. Now, we're going to talk about the throughput again of this stuff, right? So 0.13 requirement here. Over here is a 0.26 supply. First of all, we can definitely upgrade vertically first. So we really need some more blue quality of these. So maybe it's worth heading back to Fulgora and seeing how many blue EM plants we can squeeze out. It would be lovely if we just had some blue quality circuits. Do we happen to have a lot of spare blue quality circuits? No, obviously not. Why would we have spare quality blue circuits? That's just crazy. Let's learn how to remotely control stuff. We left a Spidertron here. Remember in episode 1 where we built our legendary Spidertron? Well, we had a couple of spare Spidertrons. I wonder if my Spidertron can fix my problems on Fulgora remotely. Now I can do that. Then if I go over to the other side, how do I trash this stuff? So I emptied the box that was jammed. Now I wish I can just like dump the inventory somehow, but I know if I trash unrequested here, it will just try to put it into this box slowly, which I guess isn't a bad thing. So if I do this, right click, can I trash unrequested manually? Is anyone gonna come and take this out of my bag? Can't I drag it into the trash slot? Oh man, I'm so bad with logistics. Surely there's a way to do this. I'm gonna figure it out. Oh my god. So with the help of the Factorio Discord, apparently what I'm doing is correct. To unload the inventory, you just do that. But this is not a logistics request, apparently. This is a construction request. That makes no sense to me. And my logistics network has no construction bots, as I've done the same mistake I've done a million times, which is left the zone with no construction bots in the RoboPort, even though I have more than 50 just sitting here. And there's no way to remotely load construction bots into the logistics network. So I guess I'm taking a trip back to Fulgora to sort this mess out. But in the future, hopefully my Spidertron can manage all of this stuff. But that's okay, we're still monitoring our new speed system. I don't want to keep developing and adding stuff to a system when I'm not even sure it's working properly. So we're just going to let this keep running and monitoring. So we've gotten 12 speed modules, which seems like a very low speed of production. So if I look at my speed modules, we've made in the last 10 hours 12. That's pretty slow. Well, it's all been made in the last hour. Now, the other thing is, compare this to our old system to really get a gauge of how good it is. Remember on Nalvis, we are also making this. It is continuously producing, I believe. Yeah, it's all fully loaded, right? We've got one machine that's been continuously producing speed modules for the duration of the last forever. Probably the last 50 hours. And how many legendary speed modules has it created? 4. Okay. We've already, so our new system is automatically better because we've already made 12 in the last hour, and that thing's made like 4 in the last 50 hours. So you definitely do need a better system to make this stuff. You can't just rely on some crappy system like this to make it. All right, fantastic. At least we've learned something. The other thing I need to do is deal with this. This thing's producing way too many of these. What the heck? These must be procced ones, right? Because this thing can't produce any more of these if there's too much in here, right? There's like so many of these and they're fully loaded in here. Therefore, when this thing maxes itself out, it can't make any more. We need to recycle these. There's so many of every single one. Oh, I found another 22 epic quality modules in here. Fantastic. But how do we recycle this stuff? I gotta think about that because it's not as easy as getting a logistics request to go grab it because, yeah. Is there like there must be a way to set a circuit to go, if there's more than 50, then request it and then go trash them. I'll have a think about how to do that. All right, let's try this. If the requested chest is set to only request 50 of these level 1 modules, for example, and if I have another buffer chest that's set to request infinite amounts of this stuff, the question is when this thing outputs into its buffer chest that says trash unrequested and it's not requesting anything, because this thing doesn't store. This should be a provider chest, really. Like, if I make this a provider chest, anything greater than... The purples need to go there. If it's greater than purple... Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong chest. This one has to be greater than purple. So, it doesn't go to random places. So, the legendary ones go in here. So, this one, for example, if it's greater than blue... Because this one's meant to create blue ones. So, I think I've got all this set up a little bit wrong. Okay, so let's think through this logically. This thing produces blue quality modules, right? And it can proc up to purple or legendary. So if it's greater than blue, it goes into this box. Now, this box has nowhere... This box should be an active provider chest. A purple chest. Then, it's going to try to move this somewhere, right? And where it's going to move it to depends on whether this thing or this thing. So the requested chest should have priority. It'll always say, I want 50 of these purple speed modules in me. And if I have 50, then I'm not going to request anymore. Therefore, the only other place in the world this can go to is this buffer chest. And this buffer chest is now going to take all of them. So now, if say this thing produced all of these purple level 1 modules. Wait, where are all my purple level 1 modules? Let me take them out. Oh, we can test it by taking all of these out, right? So say this thing now produced a bunch of extra ones. And that's what that would look like. I just produced like 200 level 1 purple modules. Then it goes into this chest and then it goes, all right, I don't want these. And it goes, the rest goes into this chest. So I should have 50 in here, which I do. And then all the excess goes in this chest. Now I don't want to delete these level 1 speed modules because you know what level 1 speed modules are really useful for? They're really useful for making assemblers. So I actually want to keep all these level 1 speed modules. That's 200 assemblers right there. So we're definitely keeping these. But we will implement a system to deal with all the other ones, like these level 2 speed modules perhaps. What other things have been produced in excess? See these blue ones, for example. I don't really need a bunch of blue ones. I suppose I could roll these into assemblers as well. Okay, maybe we won't trash all the level 1 ones. But any excess level 2 ones we should definitely deal with. There is no excess level 2 ones. There's only excess level 1 ones. Very interesting to like monitor this system. Oh my god, another 38 quality modules. I'm just finding like insane amounts of quality modules everywhere. So you know how I came here and then I had to do another trip last episode back to Fulgora because I was like, oh, I didn't bring enough quality modules. Well, it turns out I did bring enough quality modules. I just accidentally stuck piles and piles of quality modules into all of these chests like an idiot. So yeah. I'm good at this game, guys, I swear. In other news, we've produced 12 now, so not a fantastic quantity of stuff being produced. Still tuning the system at the moment. Things are not producing continuously, so we might need to tune the speed of things. So back to it, we're trying to go to Fulgora again to up the speed of these things. I think upping the speed of these things will help a lot. So let me see what I can do. So I'm back on Fulgora now. I think given how important it is to get the EM plants, I think we're just going to continuously produce green EM plants until we get the rolls that we want. So we're going to turn this thing on. We're going to turn it on fully. So this thing's going to be producing the green stuff, which is fine. Why have you run out of green concrete? So with the green concrete, now this thing's requesting the stuff it needs for this. So I'm going to give it all the requests. It's going to drain all our green circuits, but we're processing green circuits. I wouldn't say like in excess here. It's definitely going to slow down the process, but we had a full, like, it's capped out basically. So we can definitely roll for the EM plants, but whether it's worth it or not, it'll definitely slow down our quality module production. But I think it's more important to get some EM plants now. So draining all of my uncommon quality blue circuits back on Fulgora, we managed to pull out quite a few blue and purple EM plants, about maybe like 16 blue ones and 3 purple ones. I've set up 2 of the purple ones here. I'm not sure what I want to do with the 3rd one yet. But yeah, here we've got everything sort of crafting at a decent pace now. It's been about 2 hours or so. Let's check the production statistics. So yeah, we've made 47 modules now, and I think we set up our, I think last time we checked we were around here. So it's been 3.5 hours. I've been watching a lot of Netflix while I let this run. I think around here is when we went to Fulgora and back, and I came back and upped my EM plants, and I did a couple of other random bug fixes, but we are getting a decent amount of speed modules now. It's still not super perfect. There's a few things I fixed, like these things weren't requesting the right thing, so they weren't running, and my blue circuits weren't actually producing because the requested chests, these 3 weren't doing anything. The requested chests didn't have requests from buffer chests, and there were just some other like random little bugs around everywhere where things were going to the wrong boxes. But after ironing it out, we can see that the production is coming out at a decent rate now. So this is okay for me. What's the actual number for the last 10 hours is not going to give me a good average, but last 1 hour maybe 0.4. So it's coming out at a very similar speed to my quality module farm, which I think is fast enough, right? Our quality modules were producing pretty decently. We got a few hundred, enough while I set up all my other builds to get the other quality buildings. We'll probably have a few hundred of these to get us started, and the rest of it we can just accrue over time, right? Now, what is the limiting factor for this build now that I've run it for a few hours? Well, it seems these things don't run because they're out of red circuits. Red circuits are out of plastic, I believe is what the theme is. Yeah, it's out of plastic. If we look at these boxes, we can see what's in them. We got green circuits buffered to the wazoo. We got so many green circuits, but once they get to the blue, purple, and orange quality, obviously we start running out. I don't know why it's just blue quality that's running out. It's so weird. Is there a bug in my system? Is this thing like not making blue quality stuff? Super weird. Blue quality copper cables is like non-existent. What? Ugh, still finding more bugs with my stuff in the chest. And people are like, why don't you blueprint this build? I'm like, I don't blueprint this build because this build's a piece of crap. This is wrong. This is all wrong. What is happening here? Why is this chest full? Greater than 4K. You are greater than 4K. Put things here. First of all, you should be normal copper cables, no? You're green. Ah, because I have green stuff here and it's jammed, you stupid muppet. That's the thing about these stack inserters. They get jammed sometimes if you don't set things up perfectly, which is super annoying. But anyway, we're lacking blue circuits for some reason out of everything. You can go away. Oh my god, are you... No, you're not. I thought this thing was looking at everything being greater than a certain amount because it's like filled with random crap. Alright, go away. Deleting these copper cables. Let's just fix this while we're here so it doesn't put random stuff in random boxes. Legendary copper cable. Yeah, I copied and pasted so many things. All of this was set to like the wrong buffer box and things were going everywhere and it was messing with the system a lot. Now, anyway, back to what I was saying. Red circuits are lacking because of a lack of plastic. If we observe this system, nothing here constantly runs because there's never any plastic. And because of that, we don't have enough red circuits to make blue circuits. And because of that, we're not constantly making these higher quality things. We're mostly making like some purple and occasionally some legendary. And same with legendary, we're also missing a lot of legendary plastic. With that being said, one option is to make more plastic, But I don't want to do that because we're making enough plastic for the base build. And I don't want to just make more plastic to upcycle, because look at my coal patch. It's like draining like crazy at the moment. Because we could just do that, but coal is not an infinite thing on this planet that we can just use it to make infinite plastic. We'd have to find more coal, which isn't a huge problem, and run it. Maybe it is something I'll do later, but it's not something that I'll do now. Because I'm happy with the rate of production of this, I think what's better to do this episode is to move on to producing other stuff. Of course, while we still vigilantly monitor this system for any more bugs. The other thing I got to deal with is this stuff. So like maybe we should start making some legendary assemblers as well. Look how many speed 1 modules we have at high quality. That'd be really cool. But I think before we go ahead and start making random buildings we don't need, we should start focusing on buildings we do need. The next highest quantity building we're going to need for our legendary factory is in fact the beacons. You saw in my build before with the smelter and the 12 beacons surrounding the smelter that we're going to need a lot of beacons, half the amount of beacons versus speed modules. To utilize these 50 speed modules, I'm going to need 25 legendary beacons, right? So we should definitely make a build for this. And oh my lord, it uses green and red circuit. Now, green and red circuit, copper cable and steel plate. I am very tempted to do this on, oh man, do I want to do this here? We see how big of a problem making red circuit is on this planet, don't we? And how do we make plastic on Fulgora for more red circuit? Oh, it's very tempting to do this on Fulgora. How do we make plastic here? We must be making plastic. Are we not making plastic here? Because there's no coal on this planet. Coal and petroleum. Petroleum on Fulgora is infinite. If we can make a source of coal from space, and sulfur for that matter, we could do two things at the same time. One, with coal and sulfur, we can enhance our quality module farm, which we don't really need to enhance our quality module farm because we've got so many damn quality modules. But we could enhance it, because if we bring down coal and sulfur, we can firstly make more plastic, because once again, plastic is a lacking resource in our process. As we can see, there is no green, blue and purple plastic because it's all being used to make more red circuit. But if we can increase the amount of plastic we're making by shipping coal from outer space, then we can potentially improve this build if we want to. We probably don't want to, but we can also make more plastic and do a beacon build on Fulgora, I think is the way to go. And by the way, we're not going to do these specialized builds for every step of the process. Just for the stuff we need a bunch of. We need so many legendary speed modules that we really need to have a dedicated setup that doesn't borrow any of these components for other purposes, right? Oh, so many questions and ways to do things. Really need to think these things through. All right, I think we're going to go with a Fulgoran setup. I think that's the way to go. I don't see any better way. All right, that's fine. Oh, as I was checking out my Nalvis to decide how I'm going to build a new spaceship, I realized I haven't been bringing any flux in here for a really long time, because when I decommissioned our old ship, we never set our new ship to bring flux. Excellent. Here's the plan. Given the ingredients that a beacon requires, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Fulgora and we're going to go do a couple of things. This old system here doesn't need to exist anymore. The purpose of this second base, well, this first base produces EM science, so we'll keep that going. But this second base doesn't actually need to exist anymore. And the reason for that is because we're using this base to do a little bit of quality stuff, like making quality modules. So we don't need to make quality modules anymore. We can repurpose this second base to do some other things now. It was also making the holmium plate to export to Aquilo for quantum processors. But again, that just comes default out of the box functionality for this stuff. And obviously to constantly ship holmium, we needed to use the blue circuits themselves to make rocket parts. But that's also fine because we have abundance of blue circuits, don't we, in this process? Yeah, we have overflow of blue circuits. So we're actually totally fine to just make a second one of these dedicated to mostly making beacons, and then with the excess blue circuits and stuff, we can make some other things like recyclers and EM plants and all those other goodies. So that's the plan. We're gonna gut our old system, and this system sucks, by the way, because it keeps jamming, as you can see. When I was on Fulgora, that was kind of fine. I could deal with the jamming manually, but now that I'm not, this build is actually completely useless. So we're gonna take all of the legendary materials and stuff, move it back up to here. It's gonna be a massive job to decommission this sort of thing, but we should definitely do it, and we're gonna use this place to start making things that make sense, like beacons. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I will skip over all the boring parts and you guys can see all the interesting parts. If you're curious about how long this whole process is going to take, to benchmark this, we're starting with 52 legendary speed 3 modules. We'll see how much we have by the end. Oh, of course this thing isn't freaking working because I got no bloody spoilage handling on this stupid belt. Oh, spoilage handling, still the bane of my existence here. Okay, put it into an active provider chest and go send that into my spoilage burning area. Should just put an incinerator here, honestly. Just burn all the spoilage. Don't even need bots. Can you build this? How can I tell if you can build this? There we go. Alright, now these stupid farms are back online. But by the way, do you see my old quality setup over here? I know it's jammed at the moment, but look how many quality modules it's producing. No legendary quality modules. It's made 8 epic quality modules. You can see how impossible it is without a proper quality farm to make a legendary factory. It's just, you can't do this. You need to do whatever the crazy crap I'm doing on Fulgora and on Volcanus is. Like, I know this seems really stupid, and these builds seem absolutely insane with all these bloody buffer boxes and splitters and whatnot, but I feel like it's completely necessary. I mean, we're not even making that many high quality modules, but I mean, it's better than none. Also just did a real quick and dirty to set up some more miners over here because I don't know if this coal patch is actually being drained pretty quickly, so we should probably do that before we leave. This might take a few hours, so we should make sure everything's running here smoothly before we leave. All right, good luck, planet. I'm gonna go and try to set up this thing on Fulgora. Hopefully nothing, I hope everything doesn't break immediately after I leave because I don't have a fast spaceship capable of getting back here anymore. Really should invest in some time to upgrade SS power to be faster. We have... The annoying thing is I'm not quite ready to just very easily upgrade my spaceships yet because all the spaceship components require, well, spaceship components, which are super annoying. I think they all need this belt of stuff, which is like blue circuits, engines, steel, and LDS. I mean, all we have to do is make good quality electric engines and then we can make spaceship components pretty easily, right? I think most of the stuff just requires that. Steel, blue circuits, and LDS. Again, components that we're going to have in our new quality farm. So everything's coming together slowly. Coming together slowly. Man, sometimes I wish you could just delete an entire base, but then I kind of feel bad about deleting all these like legendary things. I mean, good. Man, this old scrap recycling thing, you just compare, it's just crap compared to my new farm. Look how little legendary components have existed in the entire time I've been playing this, probably like 20 hours since I've started my new legendary farm, compared to like how many legendary things are being made here. It's just crazy how good this is compared to the old build. Anyway, that's what happens in this game, you iterate. But oh man, trying to dismantle everything is just going to be such a pain. I'm going to start with the buildings so they stop producing new things. Oh cool, we have a couple of blue ones here. But yeah, we're going to have to delete everything. I might make a deletion thing. Well, I have a deletion thing. Oh, sorting this out. My god. Watch me just casually delete all my epic and green quality materials. I need more buffer chests to do this deletion. Goodbye. Don't care. Not everything is completely worthless. I did find a whole bunch of blue plastic in my old build. That's going to help a lot. That'll make heaps of legendary quality modules. But all this other stuff is reasonably useless. Do I need blue-green circuits? I suppose it can't hurt. But do I need blue copper cables? I suppose it can't hurt either. But I don't need blue copper. Yeah, no. Definitely all this other stuff. What about blue steel? Just it's good to sort of assess what our old quality farm is actually doing. No, we don't need any of this stuff. Crazy. Putting my little deletion plant hard at work at the moment. No man, this is going to take forever. This is actually going to take hours for it to delete everything. But I do need to delete everything. I can't just keep storing this crap in boxes forever. It's just going to be a bigger problem down the line if I have to move this factory or whatever. Oh my god, all this green plastic. Do I need 2 billion green plastic? I don't think green plastic is actually a problem. Way, I was wrong. I'm gonna put another buffer box over here for green plastic. Apparently it is a problem. Oh man, is this gonna overload this process by putting all this extra material here? Alright, here's all the epic and legendary materials from my old base. Let's go sort those out. Even purple level steel is useless at this point in the game. Definitely all this solid fuel is crap. Legendary steel, however, is okay. We'll keep some legendary steel. Oh, even my legendary copper is filling up pretty quick. What are we gonna do with all this legendary solid fuel? Oh, look at all this purple plastic though. Holy moly. If only we could make some legendary red circuits. Not that we need legendary red circuits, surprisingly. I'm buffering so many legendary red circuits. We can make something cool with that at some point. Gears are completely useless. Even legendary gears are not that useful anymore. Oh, check out all these advanced red circuits. It's something that I'm actually missing here. This is gonna help something, surely. Purple blue circuits, yes please. Alright, I'll keep the legendary iron plates. One day I'm gonna need legendary iron plates in the bucket loads for whatever reason, and then I'm gonna be glad I have the full box of legendary iron plate. Legendary purple plate, however, not that useful, but it can go into upcycling. Everything else here, just double checking, seems useless, so it's time to trash. I think I've dealt with most of my boxes, so it's back to dismantling everything. Oh, another box of plastics. Just finding all these little goodies in my old base makes me happy. I'm sure I don't need these stupid stone bricks. God, not another full bag of crappy copper. Alright, deletion machine, go delete some more stuff for me. Need more boxes for deletion. But they can just slowly delete things over time. Okay, no, it's purple copper. Alright, plastic. Put plastic away before I lose all my plastic. All this can be deleted. Not the quality modules though. Recyclers is a thing. If I put recyclers in here, won't it just automatically do things to it? Where'd it go? They will recycle out, right? I kind of love and hate dismantling things. One, it's very therapeutic to do this. It's like cleaning. But yeah, it's kind of annoying. Kind of just want to get on with the build, you know? But it's a necessary part in the process, picking up all these stupid plates and stuff. And oh, not the iron ore. Legendary iron ore. Useless. What is all this crap? Who designed this base and why are we stockpiling all this useless stuff? Deleting all this LDS kind of feels bad. I'm gonna keep the LDS because it'll kind of jumpstart our next process, and we're definitely gonna need the plastic. It is lovely to just come back every like 30 minutes and just find another, you know, 100 legendary quality modules in here ready to go. So this is working out nicely for us. Goodbye, old quality modules. You can get recycled. And a bunch of blue LDS as well, so I'm gonna keep those. Ugh, more crap. It's just infinite crap. What am I gonna do with all this blue concrete? Blue concrete is also full. Oh man. Look how long our little chain is of things that need to go get deleted. It's alright. There's no rush for this process. Like, it's not clogging anything or jamming anything, so we'll just let it slowly delete its way over. Eventually it'll delete all this crap. Try to make sure I don't accidentally delete something useful. Like, do we need blue batteries? That's a question. No? Alright. Next minute needs 10,000 blue batteries. We're almost there. About halfway through dismantling our old base. Just dealing with this buffer of blue stuff at the moment, which is kind of annoying. Oh, blue circuits. I don't think there's anything in there. 126? That's amazing. What are you grabbing? Oh, not the box of iron gear wheels again. Give a little bit of alleviation to our recycling plant by putting the ice over here. I think this will be the last major batch of stuff. Ooh, LDS. We want to keep the LDS. LDS is plastic, and plastic is invaluable in this process. In fact, it's so invaluable, I'm going to go recycle it. Upcycle it. Gears, however, not so much. Blue circuits, however, oh man, 100 blue circuits. What am I going to do with you? Obviously put you in here. Blue-red circuits, amazing. That's going to really amp up the production of our legendary modules for a short period of time. You know, while I'm doing this, I should really implement one of the amazing strategies my viewers suggested to me. If I filter legendary quality stuff only into a box, that box doesn't need legendary quality modules in it. Does that make sense? Because it's already legendary, and what instead it can have is productivity module. I should really implement that before I forget, because that is absolutely amazing suggestion. Thank you so much for that. That will definitely help. If you check productivity... Wait. Never mind, you cannot use productivity in a recycler. Well, it was a fantastic idea. The game just doesn't let you execute upon it. There is no productivity on a recycler. Sorry, back to quality moduling. I still want this to be higher normal quality though, because I want it like priority recycling the stuff that's higher quality first. Don't want it to be stuck on the end of the belt and then never recycled. In fact, 2 of you can do that now. Now all the high quality stuff should definitely be recycled and the rest can just be slowly recycled. You can have your quality modules back. Alright, cool. That was a waste of time, but that's fine. Don't get me wrong when I say it's a waste of time. When you have good theories, it's always valid to test them, even if they end up being wrong. But you at least learned something in the process, right? You're like, oh, that sounds like an amazing idea, and then you test it, and you're like, oh wait, actually that doesn't work. But that's fine, then you've learned something. That's what the point of this whole game, right? You're not meant to just have all the right solutions all the time in like whenever, right? It's a slow learning process. Eventually you'll get to all the solutions. But anyway, no more kerfuffling around. Let's keep dismantling everything. I don't think I need a bunch of green scrap recyclers anymore in my life. You can just blue ones and purple ones. We've got so many blue ones and purple ones, we can use them in our actual build. Not my rocket fuel. Alright, this rocket fuel stuff is just going to temporarily go in a corner because I think I'm going to need to use them at some point, I believe. Oh, what are you doing? You're still trying to grab oh my god, how many electromagnets do I have? More holmium. Because one of my viewers' power keeps drilling into my head that holmium is valuable for some reason, I've kept an entire extra box of holmium. I don't know why I want an extra box of holmium. Also, why are you not recycling? Oh, you are recycling, you're just way too slow. This one recycler is not good enough. Also, why are you using the blue thing? You should be using purple things. How many more legendary stuff have we produced? Not too many. We're nearly at 100 now, we're at 105. Everything here is still functioning, right? I haven't broken anything, have I? Nope, everything looks still functional. Alright, to give you guys an idea how long it took to dismantle my old base, let's go back in and check on Volcanus, because, well, first of all, we need to make sure everything's still running. Everything looks kind of spinning to me. And we can check how many we've made. We're at 50, now we're at 67. Now this entire area has been cleared, including the scrap mining section. There was 18 mil scrap here, so before we go setting up on there, let's see how much scrap we've drained out of our 31 mil pile. We've drained 1 mil scrap so far with these big miners. Holy moly, that's gonna last forever. Alright, so that means it's valid to set up on this 18 mil scrap. It should last us very long time. By the time I drain out 31 mil using these big miners, it's gonna, yeah, we should be good. Now, how many big miners did I actually need? Let's have a look. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to comfortably, I think 8 is enough. So I'm gonna set up 8 big miners and then I'll be right back. Alright, here are the miners all set up. I haven't fully hooked them up yet because I want to drain the scrap out of the old system, the train system, and all the other crap I did from when I dismantled the old base. So we're going to let it do that for now, and we're going to go set up the actual base over here somewhere now. Alright, finally we're ready to plop down our blueprint, but where? Here? Looks good. Looks a bit tight here, doesn't it? Let's give it a little bit more room up the top and bottom in case we need any shenanigans to happen. But I think this is good. Right here. Don't want to build on the oil ocean. Alright, let's see what we have to build this thing. Alright, looks like we've done most of it, but we're still missing some stuff. So I'm going to go and hunt down the missing materials, and then we'll go from there. Why can't you repair any of my stuff? I have no repair kits, really. Is everything lightning protected? Not really. Just going to stick some random lightning towers everywhere for now. Make sure everything is properly lightning protected. Hopefully I have just enough splitters here to finish the build. I gotta grab my green stuff and then all my recyclers. Ah, Lord, it's stuck all my legendary modules in the wrong spot. Alright, check it out. We are done with the scrap upcycling recycling process thing. We had enough legendary modules to fill in all this. We had enough epic recyclers to fill in most of this. Now, we can build our accumulator base out of legendary stuff, and we had some blue lightning towers, so let's do that so we don't have to use as many accumulator bays. I do have to design a new setup for this, so give me a second. Let's just chuck in accumulators along here, and we should require hopefully less accumulators than before. And one more row, just like that. That stores a massive 1.6 gigajoules just from this little one bay. 6 of these bays is done. Oh, I don't want to use all my foundation. Let's just shift this across a little bit. We can do the stuff on the cliff explosive. That's fine. I think that's all the purple ones I have anyway. That's like 160 purple ones. I have just enough for 2 bays. That's 3.2 gigajoules already. Oh my god, that's so good. And we can put like another bay up here of blue ones. Oh, I didn't bring any blue ones. Alright, I think I have plenty of blue ones too. I want to use my legendary ones. Where's all my blue ones? Do I have blue ones? Yeah, I have quite a few blue ones. Let's use up all the blue ones too. And then all the regular ones can just go back in this box for recycling. Amazing. I don't need 4,000 regular accumulators anymore. We got green accumulators. No, we don't have many green accumulators. Where's all our accumulators? Yeah, you can go in here. Make more blue and purple ones. That's what I want. Alright, fantastic. We got 4.3 gigajoules of power. We can expand on this as we need to in the future. But for now, I think that's enough. We just need to hook it up with something over here. We might replace the accumulator bays over here too with better ones. Like, why not? Now it's fine because we're going to link the scrap islands together, so it should be okay. So I'm going to quickly do that and I'll be right back. Alright, moment of truth. We've hooked it up via belt this time using a little bit of foundation, which is fantastic because we don't like to mess with the messiness of trains. So let's hook this into our system and get it all going. Get some of the crappy scrap recycling stuff out of the way. Then we can hook up our big mining drills and get it going. We'll just quickly monitor to see all this is working before I start building my beacon setup. Initial indications seem to show this thing's working perfectly as expected. We are slowly trying to drain all this old scrap, so that might take a while. We'll just let this run for a little bit and then we'll come back and we'll set up our beacons. But let's just quickly go through. Oh, we've already got some legendary gears. Amazing. 7. That's a lot already. What the heck? But yeah, we're getting all our components. So we're interested in the red circuits and what else? The green circuits, which is not going to happen for a while because that only comes from dismantling blue circuits, which we don't have a full box of. But eventually that will fill up and we'll start getting green circuits. And we also need some steel and plastic. Well, plastic and steel aren't going to happen until the LDS starts filling up. But we can help that process out a little bit by taking the stuff from here. Oh man, I have a full box of stuff. That's fine. Let me just put some LDS in there to get this thing kick-started a little bit. If I have a full box of LDS, I can get some plastic going real quick. Otherwise, it's going to take forever for any sort of thing to fill up over here. LDS, I believe, is the slowest component in the recycling process. But anyway, we'll let that run for a bit and I'll clean up my inventory and then we'll start doing our beacon setup. One critical step we forgot to set up is the recycling part that deletes excess material. Everything seems to be going exactly according to plan. I mean, I don't expect why I wouldn't. And we're starting to accrue random components, everything except for green circuits, because we don't have any blue circuits. That makes sense. So we just set this blue circuit thing to hit 1,000 for now, and then we'll let it accrue over time. And yeah, this can be over 1,000. That's fine. We'll get some green circuits going, then we can start our build. While we're waiting for that, we should probably get our concreting up. So can't have anything happen without concreting. I'll try to be consistent with my old build. Consistency isn't my strong suit. I mean, it should be, considering I'm a data engineer, but yeah. Well, when I'm working, I'm more careful with stuff. This is not a job for me. This is for fun, you know? Like, you don't have to be super crazy. Like, should we do it around the outside, or where should the hazard concrete go? This'll do. Oh no, this thing shifted me a little bit. And then it can just cut into the accumulator bay. Did I do it on the outside of the thing? Yeah, so like here is where it's supposed to go. The accumulators can go on the hazard concrete, that's fine. It's gonna box all this in, and then we'll just fill in the middle with regular concrete. Wow, I'm surprised I had even remotely enough regular concrete to fill in all this. Nope, I had a regular concrete. Alright, that's somewhat looking like a real base to me now. We can put some roboports over here to deal with everything. I feel like we should do a row of roboports along here. What do you guys think? Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 will do, because that's all I have. We'll put some in there. Don't forget to put some construction drones into our roboports, and we can leave them in there. Now we can put some chests over here to store our construction materials for the future. Put these broken ones down. Put some active sorter chests. Might need these. Alright, cool. So we have everything that we need to sort of start building stuff. I just brought in 100 1,000 blue circuits from the old build just to get this green circuit part kicked off, because we have no green circuits whatsoever. And we can grab the rest of our LDS from over here and put it into the box. And get the plastic part kicked off so we can get the build going. Oh, I have too much LDS. How is that possible? Alright, so we're trying to build beacons over here. So let's just see what we need to do that. We're definitely going to need some EM plants and some more quality modules. I'm going to do my build live now because there's no point wasting our time in test mode, as I've explained before, when we can just do our build in live and run the game in the background to accrue more quality stuff, right? We've got another 33 quality modules, which will be fantastic for the build. Then we can probably keep some epic modules on us and we'll grab some EM plants. We've only got 37 blue ones. What? You crazy. It was all my epic and legendary ones though. Should we keep building EM plants? We should start recycling the green ones though. Well, what are you doing? Oh, I flipped this. Yeah, recycle. Recycle less than or equal to green. But leave maybe like 20? There we go. That'll speed up the process a little bit, hopefully. Get more rolls going. We don't need 3,000 green plants. We just need blue and higher quality. Now with these blue plants, we can set up, because apparently beacons can be made in EM plants. Now people are telling me all sorts of random things can be made in EM plants, so let's just assess again. So obviously lightning rods can be. Oh, accumulators can be made in EM plants. And so can solar panels. I should have been doing that in EM plants too. Anyway, someone was telling me copper cable can be done in an EM plant. Oh my god. So yes, there is still enhancements to be done on my old base, but now we know these things. Yeah, nothing else crazy can be done in EM plants. That's fine. Fantastic. All right, so we're going to do beacons in the EM plant. Surprisingly, I've figured that out before one of my viewers told me. So let's do that. So obviously we want to craft regular beacons. I'm just trying to figure out a build for this first, and I will be right back. We want to craft beacons at every quality level, right? So it's going to be 5 EM plants. It's basically going to be the same as our old build. And everything is going to be bot fed. So we want this beacon to be green quality. Then we want to make blue quality beacons, purple, and legendary. Okay, now we just need to feed in the materials. So we need a requester chest to go in. I guess everything can go into a buffer chest, I guess. Now, how are we going to deal with the overflow? Because it's just one item, maybe the way we can deal with the overflow, we can do it in a much simpler manner and just put all of the beacons into a singular box instead of what we usually do, which is have their own buffer box for each one. So all 5 qualities of the beacon can come out and go into a sorter box. So we need the sorter thing that we use for this. So the sorter recycling process stays the same, essentially, is what we're saying. This. Let's try and figure out where to put this. Maybe we can collapse this a little bit better. Make the build a bit more compact. Does this make sense? Normal, green, blue, purple, legendary. Then that's all going to come in and then get recycled. This looks fine-ish. Does this look like to you guys fine-ish? Now for the chests. Where can I put the chests that makes the most sense to compress the build a little bit? If we put, like... Why am I building all this out of green, by the way? If we just make these jump instead of do stuff, then we can put chests in between them, right? Something like that. And then they can have their buffer chests like here and here now. Like that. Does that look nice? Oh, this thing's like 1 out. There we go. It's not symmetrical or anything, but it looks alright. I don't know why I put the 1 spacing in between each one. I guess just to make it look a little bit neater. Can we put this like a little bit better so it doesn't like jut out? I feel like I can like fit it somehow. Do we like that better? In that case, we need everything going upwards. Why am I spending so long on this? I don't know. That looks more square to me. All right, now we just need to fix all the filters and stuff. So we want to make sure this is regular beacon. And then, I don't know, beacons stack in how many? I don't have enough beacons to check. But let's just leave these at some stupid number for now, because I want to see how this thing performs. And obviously legendary beacons are never going to get recycled. Why do I have an inserter filter on the legendary? Have I been deleting accidentally any legendaries? Let's just remove this thing because we never want to delete a legendary. So what is the point of having that inserted there? Just to be safe. One day I have 2,000 in the box and it's just like casually deleting all my legendaries. That would not be good. So let's put in our quality modules in here before we get started. Legendary obviously needs productivity modules, but they don't take productivity modules. I'm pretty sure you can't productivity the beacon, but let's just double check that so my viewers don't go, don't forget to put productivity modules on the thing. Where is my productivity modules? I put them all in a box somewhere. This will do. Take some speed, take some prod, and let's get this going. Now I don't have to adjust any speed or anything. I just need this to happen as quickly as it can. So I might, oh, that's the expandability I didn't have in mind. What if I want more normal ones? This could be dumb, because I could roll way more normal ones than this one thing can make, right? I suppose it's reasonably easily expandable. I can just put more like along here. Maybe we'll make a big line of these going down here. This is get it going and see. So I should really take this whole setup and just move it to the end somewhere, like here. Where's the concrete line up? Around here, here, and here. We'll give it a little bit of space. So like here. That way I can expand upwards in the case that I need it. Why? What is confusing about you? Why did you come out of the... See, this is why when I'm constructing stuff, I don't like to have construction robots in the bay. Because for some reason, it just picks to have them like coming from out here, then coming from out here. I can't put a storage chest down because anything that goes in my active requester chest is just going to go in the storage box and clutter everything. So I might take out my construction robots and then forget to ever put them in ever again. But it is what it is. So this should be fine. We need a tower in here somewhere. Oh, this tower fits nicely here. Little bit down. There we go. Yeah, cool. So I think that should be okay. Let's give it a go. Put beacon, beacon, beacon. I've considered as much as I think I can consider for this build, and it should be all good now. So we need to request that, request that, request that, request that, and new request legendary parts. Now, to get this working, they all need to request from a buffer chest. Oh, this thing's doing it. Crafting a legendary one? No, crafting a green one. It goes around, gets sorted into a box. Why is there 10 legendary modules in this box? I did the thing again where I'm like putting stuff in things and then it's just dropping it in the box. Alright. It's kind of working. So we really don't need regular beacons. So let's just tune the quantities. I think if I have more than 40 regular beacons, I don't care anymore. And same with this. And same with blue. 40 blue beacons would be more than enough. Then we just want epic beacons and we want legendary beacons. So we'll let that do its thing. What are you missing? You're missing blue red circuits. Yep. Okay. They're just filling up. And then any red, yeah, green circuits and red circuits. That's fine. So with all the extra plastic, we can supply more green circuits and more red circuits without dismantling the blue stuff, which is cool. So we'll start tuning the supply and demand of this thing accordingly. Let's see if the green circuits and the red circuits in the base build can keep up with this, or whether it's oversupplied and we maybe need to make a second one of these things or what have you, but we'll monitor and see. I don't want to expand the build into something weird. I suppose you can kind of check a little bit if these things produce whatever. No, you can't. You can never check anymore what these things are producing because of the different quality stuff. It tells you, like, because of what they're currently doing, you don't know what they're actually truly outputting using max rate anymore. It's a bit annoying, but it is what it is. Yep, I'm going to let this system run base without any supplementary materials and see over time what runs out and what doesn't run out. Check it out. We've already got 2 epic beacons now. What the heck? That was quick. The setup is amazing. I really do like this setup. I might blueprint this thing for you guys. It's not worthy of a blueprint still. I still think I can do better. Some of my viewers were asking me, like, why can't... Did you upload your blueprint for your setups anywhere? And honestly, I don't think this is blueprint worthy yet, because it's not efficient. There's got to be like some balance I can achieve that makes this even better. And I usually tend to explore those sort of things in my in my tutorial videos. And when I do my tutorial videos, I usually do a lot more in-depth research on the maths rather than just like randomly checking stuff. Like this is all done by intuition. It's not done by any sort of maths or optimizing or tuning. I'm just literally looking at the quantities in these boxes and then just going, all right, this looks like the volume I need for this. And then, oh, I need more red circuits, so I'm going to build a red circuit machine. But what would truly be amazing in this setup is you would need some circuitry, right? Some decider combinators that look into these boxes and then tune based on what you have and what you need. For example, if it looks in this box and goes, I don't have blue circuits, but it looks in this box and goes, I do have blue copper cable, however, then it will try to like make that into more red circuits or whatever, right? And then probably you would need a space platform overhead to do the blue circuit part as well. By the way, this looks so cool on the map. Look at this thing. Ugh, amazing. Anyway, the point is no blueprint for you guys. This is not a blueprint worthy setup, so no blueprints. All the blueprints I put out there need to be, you know, at least blueprint worthy and achieve some sort of goal, right? And if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me in the comments. If so many of you are like, no, this setup is awesome, I want one, then look, it doesn't harm me to just upload my blueprint. I can. I just don't want blueprints floating out there that people are going to come back to me later and go, hey, it doesn't work very well, and then I have to maintain the blueprint online all the time forever. But anyway, this is going, what are you missing? You're missing a little bit of everything for the beacon, which is fine. That's to be expected. The system's only been running for like 2 minutes, whereas these systems have been running for like 20 hours now. So I think eventually it'll start cranking out legendary beacons. So we'll just observe and monitor for bugs for a while, and then we will expand accordingly. Alright, check it out. We've got our first legendary beacon. I think I was going for like 15 minutes or so. It seems to be working out. Let's have a look at some of the volumes of the stuff. So red circuits, I can't tell right now if this is positive or negative on basic red circuits. Blue circuits are being dismantled at 1,000. Let me just up that a little bit. Oh, we've got a lot of these. Let's just up to this as well. I want to stockpile some blue circuits, and there's a reason for that, and I'll go through it in a bit. Now, while we're still throughput testing the beacon build, I just went and set up this cool little thing. Man, I'm missing some concrete. Can't be missing concrete in our final factory builds, guys. Come on. All right. So I just set up this little thing. I wonder what this makes. So it's just a bunch of stuff. Since we're not using any of our spare stuff, why just not make some engines? They only require steel plate, iron gear, and pipe. All of stuff that we have more than in surplus. And the electric engines require a little bit of additional electronic circuit and lubricant. Lubricant's not even a thing on this planet. So why don't we just make some more engines? And I'll leave you guys guessing as to what I'm going to be using these engines for. It's a pretty standard build. It's building engines at every single quality. Since we have a lot of legendary materials in these qualities, I don't see why I shouldn't do this. I will limit the amount of legendary engines though, I think. 2 stacks should be more than enough. What do electric engines stack in before I fuck myself and use up all my legendary steel, and then one day I'm like, I need legendary steel, and it's all gone. Oh, I could just check my normal engine box, right? Surely I've got more than 1 stack. Nope, I have no idea what they stack in. Stack size 50. God, you can hover over the damn tooltip. Alright, so 50. 100 legendary engines seems like a lot. Yeah, okay, you can make 100 legendary engines. That's fine. So basically, it makes the pipes, it puts the pipes in here. I've direct fed the pipes. That way, when it creates, I don't end up with like 1 billion legendary pipes for no reason. So it just direct feeds pipes, and then it blocks itself and stops consuming all my legendary stuff. I don't want to turn all my legendary iron plate into legendary pipes, because I might need the iron plate one day. It does its own similar setup. It's all a little offset so that it can all be bot fed properly. But any higher quality stuff that it happens to create just gets put into a provider chest, and then it gets fed into the further systems that are requesting all the higher quality stuff. It's pretty clean. I like this build. It's all 1-to-1, so 1 engine goes into 1 electric engine, and any additional components is all requested via bots. And that should continuously produce stuff for us. Why have you stopped? Why are you slower than you? Like, you require 0.1 engine and you produce 0.1 engine. You're slower because there's a 25% chance. What's the percentage chance that you're going up? There's an 18% chance to produce stuff. So whenever you're looking at your max rate calculations or your number calculations, 1-to-1 doesn't mean anything in quality anymore because there's a percentage chance that this is going to quality up and therefore not feed this machine. But that's fine. That means this will run 80% of the time. For my engine setup, which is something that I just want working in the background, I don't really care. But I'll leave you viewers to guess what I'm going to be building with these engines. It is going to be kind of semi-vital to our beacon project, and definitely, well, it's kind of semi-vital to our beacon project, and I believe it's going to definitely be vital to our next project, which is productivity modules. Speaking of our beacon project, why has everything stopped crafting? That is not good. We've made one legendary beacon and everything has stopped. Ah, I know why everything has stopped. Because my scrap is finally done, I think. Yay, we're finally done with the scrap. Alright, I've been testing this for nothing. Took a while, took like maybe an hour to get through all that crappy scrap. How much scrap do we have left? None. Fantastic. Just get rid of this last bit of scrap and then I can dismantle all this crap. Oh man, that was a lot of boxes of scrap to get through. Now we can stop this nonsense and we can connect our real miners up with legendary scrap so we can properly test if everything we've done actually works or not. Alright, fantastic. All our legendary miners are now online and they will be mining this massive pile of 18 million scrap and feeding all of our recyclers properly with the right volume of scrap. Let's just observe to see that the recyclers are indeed pumping out a full belt of stuff to make our beacons with. Now that is more like it. Only more legendary modules. Why are you semi-purple? The upcycling process can all be purple. I don't care. I don't want to waste any more legendary modules on this build. All this is legendary, except for this one, which doesn't need any modules. Yeah, you can be speed. Not that you need speed. Oh my god, just don't. You're gonna drain all my power. Alright, how's the power system? 4.3 gigajoules, and it goes down. It looks like, if we look at the last, not 1 hour, but like, what, 10 minutes. We look at the last 10 minutes, we can see it never drains down to 0. So that means the accumulators are all good. All right, fantastic. Now we can measure the real production rates of everything. Now that we've got a full belt of scrap coming in and everything is being scrap recycled into higher quality stuff, hopefully we can make a lot more beacons. But I think we'll leave it at that for this episode. I don't think there's any issues with this. I'm going to have to monitor this system for several hours to see what actually ends up accumulating over here. And next episode, we're going to do the next step in the process, which is productivity modules. So let's go check in on Volcanus to see what happened with our speed modules and if they're still working. We've now got 119 speed modules, which is fantastic. Everything looks like it's still running visually. Doesn't look like anything has stopped or jammed. My belts are still full. What's a nice indicator to show everything's running? We want to make sure all our circuit producers are all spinning up and all our red ones are all spinning up and all our blue ones are mostly spinning up. I already know that we're lacking plastic to make all the blue ones in the world, but this thing seems to be doing pretty well. We've made 119 of these. We've got our full 250 purple ones, so they're going to start getting upcycled. And yeah, everything, all of these are full now. They're all getting upcycled. Fantastic. So we're going to get more and more speed modules. Our quality modules are still going strong, I believe. Let's see how many we have now. Oh man, there's so many waiting to be recycled. Only 17. All right, that's fair enough. I hope this engine thing that I built isn't going to cuck my scrap recycling thing. So yeah, the legendary should stop at some point. Does that mean it's going to keep making legendaries and then just jam the belt? Oh damn, that seems silly. I should stop this machine via circuitry. Annoying. So we know there's 58, and then if they're legendary engines. Now, if we have more than, say, or if it's less than 120, I think 120 is a good number because all the engine seems to be used in units of 20. So if we have less than 120, we keep going, otherwise just stop. I think 120 legendary engines is good enough. Purple materials, I don't really care about. You can use up all my purple materials making purple engines. That can't be a bad thing. And yeah, I think it seems to be good. I don't think it's draining anything. Has it destroyed my green circuit stash? Nope, doesn't really touch my green circuit stash. Yeah, I think we're all good. So we'll leave it here this episode. Next episode, we're going to do more exciting legendary factory things. We still only have one beacon, very sad. But I'm sure that will remedy itself very, very quickly now that we've hooked in the real scrap. Fantastic. So if you don't want to miss out on all the future content and the development of our legendary factory, don't forget to like and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.